really full-on peppercorn. It's a really, it's quite a strong pepper flavour. So it's not related to pepper at all. Pepper actually grows on a vine and is native to India. And actually by the time you're buying pepper in the store, it's been sitting there for about a year to 2 years. So by the time you're actually getting that product, it's stale. Any medicinal benefits pepper might have had in it will be long gone. Whereas this is fresh, straight off the tree, free as well.
Not for me.
Oh no, you can crack it over in a nice poached egg or something.
It's really nice on poached egg.
I tried it years ago. It's still the same.
Still the same? Yeah. Not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone's cup of tea indeed. So hopefully the cards won't fly away while I've taken this off. So another one. Now, your average loaf of bread. You buy how many loaves of bread? So a family of 2 or 3 buys a loaf of bread on average every second or third day. Now that's depending on what you're liking. That's between $1 to maybe $9 for a healthy superfood, you know, loaf of bread. Now we make that same loaf of bread for about 60 cents. So from Foraging, we add in things like here, we've got dock seed flour. So this, and hopefully we'll have some examples when we pop on a walk. This is dock seed flour. So this is those annoying rust-coloured seed heads that you see everywhere. So have a feel free to have a taste if you really like. It's actually quite bland on the tongue, but it gives an amazing colour and flavour, incredibly full of protein, packed full of nutrients. Dock, D-O-C-K. So it's related to French sorrel, amaranth and buckwheat, and the seeds of which will last for about 80 years in the back of the cupboard.
Did you know that the dock is good to eat?
Yes, it is.
The root?
Yeah, they use it quite a lot in naturopathy, naturopath remedies, so on and so forth. But I'm not too sure on that. I just love it in bread, to be honest. So we use that as a 50-50 mix. So I've just got a bread maker that fortunately makes sake, rice wine, yogurt, and jam as well. Yeah, seriously, bread makers can do that these days. Brilliant. They make wine in bread makers nowadays. Yeah.
Is it because people have worked it out? Or
Yeah,
it's just
no, it's actually a program setting, and you can press make me rice wine. So you put in rice and you put in water, and it ferments and actually makes you rice wine in a bread maker. Yeah. Right. So all you need to do for your bread is 50-50 mix of the dock seed flour and of your normal bread. I add in things like right here, plantain seed. So this is the plantain leaf here, and I'll show you some examples of this plant once we go on the walk. So these are very similar to chia seeds, also very high in protein, fantastic for lowering your cholesterol, amongst other things. They're also pretty damn tasty. So you've got these tiny, tiny little seeds here. I've got some on here. So this is also what you're buying if you go to the health food store and you buy psyllium husk. Yeah, this is also what they make Metamucil out of, believe it or not. So a concentrated dose of this will keep you regular, let's say that. Not going to give you the runs, but make sure things are running smoothly. So that's one way that we reduce our food bill, by making our own bread, and that's honestly about 5 minutes. I pop in the ingredients into the bread maker, or even to make it yourself, knead it, and away you go. In the oven, it's that for planning and going, right, on Sunday, after Saturday's forage, I'll go and have a big cooker, and I'll plan my meals for the week around whatever's in season. I'll do a big stew or something like that, or a holy spanakopita, and then freeze that, and those are my TV dinners. So when I'm working on
Are you vegetarian?
I am indeed, yeah. But I'm not adverse to cooking it, and apparently make a damn fine pork roast. So,
Yeah.
And I must say my secret is actually this. So to make my famous pork roast, I actually get these wild fennel skewers. So this is wild fennel. I'll show you when we actually go on the walk. So all I do is I actually chop off the ends here, and then I core some wild apples and put that on there, and then put that inside of the pork roast. So I butterfly the pork and then wrap it around it, so the flavour of the fennel and the apple actually infuses as it roasts.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful from what I've been told. I can't taste it, but I can tell you Alrighty, so what else have we got here? Before I forget, now, we've also got here carob. Now a lot of people think carob is quite underrated. You know, we've all had that experience of having carob and going, it's just not chocolate. No, it's not chocolate, I'm sorry. And it's not, but it is in so many foods that you purchase every single day. If you see the phrase LG or LBG on food products, that is locust bean gum. You're eating carob seeds. So it's used in ice cream, in breads, in cakes, in pretty much everything, muchly similar to palm oil. It's one of those secret ingredients no one really knows about. So carobs grow absolutely everywhere in a lot of botanical gardens. So these were just scattered. I'm talking kilos of them scattered on the floor, going to waste, rotting, creating a problem for council. To clean that up, so all you do is grab the pods, roast them, and away you go. I've just ground these up in a blender and have a sniff of that if anyone's interested. So that is carob seeds and pods all ground up together. And you might be asking, why are you doing that? Why are you going to eat the beans? These are really hard there. It's actually what they used to use to weigh gold. That's where we get the phrase carat of gold. It's from the word carob. It's a mistranslation. So there you go. So the beans are quite hard, tough and inedible. When you add them to water, however, they become gelatinous. So they actually create a jelly form around the beans, but more importantly, taste really damn fine in your coffee. So to stretch our coffee out, we do a 50-50 mix of carob, we call this carob coffee, and we add in our regular coffee as well. It makes a beautiful sweetener as well. It's naturally sweet, and you can just chew on the carob pods too once they're roasted. They're really lovely and sweet there.
So you've got the bean and the pod.
Yeah. So here's what happened. After 20 kilos or so of harvesting carob pods and processing them, I eventually got really, really sick of this. So you had to soak them to make them soft enough to open the shell, remove the seeds, and I did this so many times over and over and eventually just went, bugger this. So I threw them all in the oven, roasted them all together and just ground them up in the blender and then sieved out the seeds if I wanted a finer powder. So it's those little tricks like that after 5 years or so of doing it, you're like, yep, let's just go straight to point A. Yeah. Let's go right to the end of the alphabet there. So there's little tricks like that you can go, all right, save me some time here. I'm not going to sit there doing this, this and this. I can just use this really easy technique as well. So, what else have we got? I think that's about it. Oh, river mint. That was the last one we had on there. Ooh. Now, this is what was in the tea as well. So, have a sniffing. It is super good.
I've got some more the other day.
Lovely, isn't it? So, have a sniff. And this is also, so this is a native one. So, we don't often feature native ones. However, this one is quite a invasive pest in waterways. So, it is absolutely everywhere. I'm not encouraging everyone going and picking it, but it does transfer very well. So a small sprig with a little bit of root on it transfers really well and grows in a glass of water like a windowsill. So you'll have fresh mint growing constantly. You can pop it in as a water feature plant. It's got beautiful purple flowers, and it's also a really good herbal remedy for colds and flus. When you actually have that and you've got a cold, you can feel it working through and actually clearing your airways really well. The same with plantain and this little one behind us here. So all these green leaves we're seeing all through here, this is marshmallow. Now marshmallow and plantain will be in every single lawn in Australia. I'm yet to go to someone's backyard and not walk out and go, yep, beautiful, you got those two right there. Everywhere you go, you will find those. Now that is an egg substitute, believe it or not.
Can I
Yeah,
say something here?
absolutely.
With your marshmallow,
Yeah.
that is a weed,
Yes.
but there is also the herb,
There
the
is, and
marshmallow herb, which is biannual,
exactly.
which
and they are
grows,
related.
look,
They're huge. So
Yes.
marshmallow officinalis will grow up to like 3 meters tall,
Yeah.
and that's what they used to
Flower
use.
also.
They're beautiful, aren't
Yeah.
they? And they make the Egyptians actually invented marshmallows. So they got the roots of these, boiled them, and then condensed it with honey to make a sticky, chewable substance. Then a very intelligent French chef came along a couple of hundred years later or so, a couple of thousand maybe even, and went, hey, let's add sugar to this, and we got the stiff form of marshmallow that we have today. So they actually used to harvest this as a plant. This is fantastic, especially for anyone with irritable bowel syndrome or digestive problems, because it contains a high level of mucilage. I just really like saying that with a bit of a French accent. Mucilage, like really sleazy kind of porn star. Yeah. You're gonna have the moustache if you're gonna be doing that, all right? So mucilage basically means slime, and that's good for your digestive system. It helps coat your digestive system. That sounds terrible, but for your actual gut health, that is fantastic. Aside from that, massively packed full of calcium, vitamin C, iron, magnesium, whatever you want to list in there, it has got it absolutely packed full. So all you need to do is pop up, grab the little leaves like this, and they just pop away. There you go. Not great as a salad green, but cooked. So you just quickly pop that in a pot of water, pull it out, and you'll see straight away it goes a bit slimy, and then into the blender, and it creates this amazing green goop, which you can then use in, I know that sounds bad, but it is actually really good. It's a gelatinous goop, which you can use as an egg replacement. So for anyone who's vegan or has a problem with eggs, it's a fantastic alternative there. So it creates the green gloop, which you can then add into biscuits, cakes, all that sort of thing. So there you go again, you've got your savings. If you don't have your own chooks, or you've run out of eggs and you're sitting there going, gotta go to Sally's birthday and make this cake, Dad. Marshmallow, and that's exactly how I found out about it actually. I was baking a cake for someone who forgot I had run out of eggs. So I'd go about a cup for cup ratio. So one egg is generally about a half a cup sort of thing. So the same amount of green gloop. So maybe a good handful of these. So probably about a kilo or half a kilo of the leaves cooked down and then blended through is going to yield you probably about a cup or two of it. And then you can pop it into ice cube trays, freeze it, and you've got your portion of an egg there. And you can just go, right, I need an egg, pop it out. Also, makes really good monster biscuits if you're trying to sneak in food to anyone who doesn't like to eat green things, and you just chunk the green food up. Yeah, works very well. I'm big for sneaking in the greens, sneaking in the healthy bit. Alrighty, so that's what we might do is we will